Otega Oweh had a good showing at the combine in the 5-on-5 scrimmage portion on day two. 10 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. He was all over the place defensively. You and I have a different video breaking down the biggest winners and losers of day two. And we discussed at length how the game itself was just a sloppy mess that felt very unserious. And Otega Oweh was one of the few dudes who stood out for taking it very seriously. His level of compete defensively was there in a way that most guys were not. And it was good to see. I think that's a big part of the sell of Otega Oweh. I'm sure NBA GMs also noticed that. More importantly, though, Otega Oweh spoke with reporters who were at the combine after this scrimmage performance, and he elaborated on his thoughts on his choice to either enter the draft and stay in the draft or go back to Kentucky. And he said, point blank, word for word, quote, listen, I got a great situation at Kentucky if I do decide to go back. I don't think anyone would argue that, but it's good to hear him say it just a couple days after he basically said, listen, I'm going all the way in on this. I'm not thinking about Kentucky. I'll make that decision when it comes to it. This time, he's clearly thinking about Kentucky and how great that situation is if he decides to go back. Should Kentucky fans take this as a good sign?
I think so. I feel like if you're taking it any other way, then I feel like it's just looking too deep into it. I think that um now I think that Otega eventually obviously wants to get to that level, but I think he does realize the opportunity that he'll have at Kentucky this season and the special team he has. And I do think there is a bond to Mark Pope that I think will be play a factor into this and kind of how it unfolds. But I think this is good news for Kentucky.
I feel like when you compare it to what other guys are saying, that's where it becomes good. Because there's a lot of people in Otega's shoes at the combine right now that are basically closing the door, right? There's players mocked lower than Otega Oweh that are like, yeah, I'm gone. It's over. It's not happening.
Wait, so gee, there's buzzwords now that we can kind of figure out here because you know who said something very similar?
Who?
Alex Condon.
Yeah.
You mentioned how he has a great situation waiting for him at Florida that's going to make it difficult.
Yeah. So basically, like, in one hand, we have, yeah, that door's closed, and that's guys that are gone. In the other hand, we have, I've got a great situation waiting for me, and that's guys that are coming back, including Otega Oweh. And then in the middle, you have guys who are in quicksand, and that's Yaxel, who's just stringing both sides along. This video is presented by Underdog Fantasy, and they've got a free pick tonight that you're going to want to take advantage of. Anthony Edwards to score over 0.5 points. Ant scores every single playoff game, as far as I know. Card, has he ever not scored?
Not since I've been alive, and that's 32 years for those wondering out there.
That pick sounds extremely free. Promo code SLEEPERS as a first time depositor at Underdog Fantasy. You can get up to $1,000 in bonus bets and a free pick. This is the shortest ad read we've ever done. You're welcome. Back to the video.
Yeah, you got to let it go eventually.
I'm just saying, like, isn't that the three buckets if you're looking for buzzwords on what
That,
players are going to do?
yeah, there probably is, and also I think Ortega is 100% right. He does have a incredible situation waiting for him, and a little bit more of an unknown in the NBA draft this season.
I would argue, I think Otega might have the best situation waiting for him of any player at the combine with a decision to make.
Better, yeah, probably. I was gonna say like Darion Williams, but
Uh-uh. I think it's either you could argue it's Yaxel just because of Yaxel's contract that's waiting for
mm,
him. But I mean, Otega Oweh's sell is basically come be the star at Kentucky, preseason SEC Player of the Year.
yeah, it's great. So
It's a pretty damn good sell, right? Do we? I don't know. Like, at what point do you expect Otega to just kind of say, "Yeah, I'm good. I'm gonna go back." Like, we all expect it, but I don't know. Is it going to be like the scrimmage ends on day three of the combine and now it's time, or do we need to
let,
wait till the deadline? What do you think is going to happen here?
let me look up a calendar here. When's the 20th of May?
5 days?
Yeah, in 5 days.
Why? Why? What about the 20th?
That's when our YouTube strike ends.
Let's go.
Yeah, I think it's a big day for us, big day for Otega.
And you think Otega's very in tune with our needs?
You know what? Yeah, I do.
I think so too. I hope so. Uh, Kentucky fans, I'm starting to worry too many good things are happening for Kentucky fans.
Yeah, we need a miss.
Tyron Stokes is humbling them. But see now they're getting what they need though.
And also they're fine. We just got done saying they're fine.
It would be fun to be a Kentucky fan, truly, wouldn't it?
I think no, no.
It wouldn't?
It'd be fun, but I don't know if I could deal with it.
You could not deal with it. I agree
I
with that.
couldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.